It's good. Going great.
Active Sunday?
Yeah, it's just
Hmm.
lazy Sunday,
Lazy.
to be frank.
Okay, the day starts late, isn't it? Sundays?
Yeah.
You start a bit late and then good heavy lunch.
Late breakfast, late lunch. I
Late
just had my
lunch.
lunch now.
Okay. Before even you realize Sunday is nice, it'll be 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, then you have to get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
You check office work on Sundays?
Actually, I'm in between jobs now. So,
Oh. Oh, okay. So you're busy in that case.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Thanks for being here. I'm expecting a few more people joining in some time, and some
Mhm.
people are from YouTube or LinkedIn. Appreciate people watching out here. How is the preparation going on? If any one of you want to comment, maybe starting with Mohammed. How is the preparation?
Yeah. I have started Rita like
Mm,
as per the agenda, but I couldn't follow up with the
okay.
pace. So I stopped following. I stopped trying to follow the pace.
Okay.
Now it's going on my speed.
Your own speed. Now you feel a bit relaxed?
Yeah, it's okay, fine. Most of the things are common things are okay by me, but some concept I have to read it again and again, come back to the like, and I have to take notes for within my own language. So
Okay.
sometimes it takes time. So
Why you think you need a second time reading? Any?
if I change the topic or if I'm moving on and I try to remember it back, so yeah, I understand that it means I didn't get the idea of it.
Yeah, I know it's not only you. There are many people who needs a few times of reading. Nothing wrong in it. You can read it. But I'm trying to see when you see some topic is not getting clear, is it something we have not practiced in our job also? Something may not be in our corporate already.
I have
Isn't
been
it?
clearly mostly in operational works, but
Hmm.
sometimes it's in
Okay.
agile. I have hardly anything, but in
Ah. Oh, yeah, that's a new area, right? Agile is something new. Terminologies are new, the way of practice are new.
yeah,
Hmm.
exactly.
Understand. I understand. Got you. All right.
Relative
Thanks.
way, I can relate to anything. It's
Hmm.
fine.
Got you. All right. All right. That's Mohammed. Hello, everyone. Thanks all for joining here. We will see. I have a few questions today. We'll talk about question solving. Anyone else here getting for the exam or you're preparing towards examination? Who is getting for exam in next couple of weeks? Rohan, you're talking to me?
Yeah. Sorry, I was on
Yes.
mute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm preparing for the exam. I'm planning to take, so I'm going to take exam on 11th of November,
11th of November. Okay.
Monday. Yeah,
How many
second week.
days do you have right now? With us, we should
Around
have
one
uh,
and one and a
50 days.
half month. 1.5 month, yeah, approximately.
Almost 50 days you have. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh, any specific reason for this date?
yeah. Interestingly, I fill out my story is little interesting and
Mm-hmm.
kind of lesson learned for you, other guys as well. So I fill out my application back in December last year.
Last year. Okay.
Yeah, and then I appeared for my exam. I failed in my exam because I didn't study a single word because I was getting married just a couple of weeks after that. So yeah, I just
So
blankly,
you want to try two risks in your life, marriage and exam.
yes, exactly, yeah. But yeah, I failed in PMP. I was little overconfident because I studied PMP during my master studies. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, so
which university is that? Which university?
it's Berlin, Hochschule Berlin University, Public University of Berlin.
Erling. So that is one of the semester goes with the PMP.
Yeah, so basically I studied international project management. So
Ah, nice.
International Project Management Association, IPMA, if you know. So in
Yep, yep.
European region, yeah. So they use IPMA and I learn all PMI related stuff there.
Very good, very good, very good. Yeah, I like the way you're confident with your semester, but how that hit you? It doesn't go well.
Yeah, as I said, I've been working in project management for 5, 6 years, and
Mm.
I was overconfident, as you mentioned. Yeah, sometimes people get overconfident; they don't really trust the process. I
Mm.
was in that category that time.
Okay.
I thought I know everything because I learned that. I have been using that in my
Mm.
regular work activities as well.
Mm.
And I directly appeared for exam. Other
Mm.
factor was I was over overly occupied in my
Ah.
regular work, yeah, office work as well.
Mm.
So yeah, that's the reason I have to appear for my exam as early
Mm.
as possible or before December. And I
Mm.
decided to go for November mid.
I really first appreciate that you came forward to say that something has happened because
Yeah,
yeah, because people don't want to say that, hey,
yeah,
nothing happened to me. Yeah, but you need some kind of courage to say that. Really appreciate it. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, this also gives a learning. Rightly, you said, don't be overconfident.
yeah,
Be
yeah,
sit and work.
yeah,
Yeah, I know. I
actually.
remember. Yeah, I know that. Thanks for that, Rohan. Because I have some people who came from IIM. You know IIM people, right?
Mhm.
Indian Institute of Management. Usually, Indian Institute of Management is a kind of a tough studies. People go through a lot of rigorous procedure to come out. And there's a guy who came out of that, and then he prepared for the exam. Initially, he thought, since I did with the IIM, this exam will be a cakewalk. And while practicing, he realized that thankfully he practiced some question. He took some exam and it was a bounce for him. He said, God, man, I thought I'm top of the world, but this guy is challenging me. So he didn't say it's bad, but he said, I need a little time. It's a bit different from the person like you or I am guy who come out. It's not from the scratch, you know already, but you want to know the tricks of it. That's what you want to know. You know, but you should know how to hold the vehicle.
Yes.
That's what he came back and said to me, Shri, you know what? I was too much thinking I'm bigger than this guy. Then this guy made me to think you're not bigger. Stay with me, right?
Stay
And
on the ground, yeah.
the 2 weeks later, he said, I hold the steering. Now I'll be a big guy. Okay, nice, good. I don't want to touch your ego. I said, okay, fine, you be a big guy, but learn how to hold the steering. Once you hold the steering, you are the star. And this guy cleared the exam within 3 weeks of the preparation. And then he said, yeah, PMP is one of the exam made me to think. So good you said that. Thanks for sharing that, Rohan. So since you have 50 days with you, so which book you are following right now?
Rita 11,
Very good that you are
that's the
following,
only book. Yeah.
right? And
Interest.
mhm,
Other factor is uh, I read PMI 7th edition as well.
nice.
And now I'm moving to Rita 11 because I don't want to miss this opportunity. I know I might get some more chances as well. But
Mm,
yeah, now it's crucial time for me. I don't want to lose this chance.
mm.
So I read PMI books, plus now
Okay,
I'm, yeah.
very good, very good. I think you did a proper groundwork. Even
Mm,
though PMBOK 7 is not much needed, but reading that gives that language, that the terminology is very well. That also helps us to solve some of the key questions in exam. So what you did is good. Nice. Keep up the momentum. I believe you're also available in the WhatsApp, so you can keep me posted on your preparation, or you start practicing your exams. Let know the scores, how it's coming up.
yeah, sure.
Perfect. Good, good. Thanks, Rohan, for stepping up. All right, so that's Rohan getting November. Anyone else getting for the exam? You have a date in your mind already. Any one of you have a date in your mind?
Yes, hi Shri. This is Gaurav. I am planning for 15 October. Based
Mhm.
on I am preparing.
Okay.
As previously discussed with you, I have started reading Agile Practice Guide, and I
Okay.
have before that I have gone two mocks, and
Okay.
now I understood that a few of multiple questions and quite learning from Agile Practice Guide as well. So apart from reading, I am reading this Agile Practice Guide as well.
Nice. Nice. So October 15, which means less than a month.
Yes,
Okay, nice. Which city you are?
Ahmedabad, Gujarat.
But you have a center nearby?
Yes. 15 to 20 kilometer far
You have a
where I'm
very
living.
good. Very good. Some cities are a bit busy. So what is the day it is? 15th of October?
Maybe
There's
Wednesday.
Tuesday, I believe. Tuesday it's
Yes,
coming up.
Tuesday.
Tuesday should be relatively less crowded. The Friday is a bit crowded. At least more people come in. Country like India, many people write PMP exam. So you will
Yes,
see a good amount of people appearing. It's not only PMP exam. These centers are used for GRE and a TOEFL exam.
yes.
Yeah. So some centers get busy on that season when people go for GRE and TOEFL. So accordingly, check at least 3 weeks before center availability,
Sure.
and you can book the seats available there.
I have also applied for the application, and
Ah,
maybe on next month, I mean tomorrow or day after tomorrow, maybe I am
ah.
getting any response from PMI.
Okay. They take 5 days. They take five
Yes,
working days
yes,
to come back. Let's give that. All right. That's good. That's good. So keep up that reading. And since you have less than a month, keep constantly in touch with me on your preparation. Yeah, you can
sure.
send me your details in the WhatsApp about your scores. And primarily, I will be much interested to see 40 and 60 question or 180 question,
Sure.
uh, how you are scoring and how much time you are taking. Okay. When I say time, if you're taking 180 question exam, I would recommend you can have a slot in your mind 60, 60, and 60. Each 60, how much time I will take.
Okay.
I'll ask a general question here for everyone here. If you have 180 question exam, how much of time you can give for each 60 question? For example, first 60, how much of time you can give?
1 hour 15 minutes max.
1 hour, 15 minutes. Let's put this way. See, the total exam time is 230 minutes. Okay. Let's go by minutes itself. If you give 1 hour, 15 minutes, how many minutes it comes out? How many minutes?
75 minutes.
75, 75.
75.
75 minutes, right? So if I put in my paper, so you're telling 75 for the first 60. So out of 230, if I put a 75, how much balance I should have? 155, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah, 155 I should have. So in 155, second slot, would you go for another 75 minutes?
yes.
So if I see that I'm seeing people are dividing into 3 times 75, but still you have 5 minutes around with you extra. How some people do here is first 60 question, people take 80 minutes. Okay. And then they go for 75, 75. Why they do first 60 questions, they take 80 minutes. You know why? Why? When you
Mind,
started exam,
yes.
mhm. When you
Mind
started
is
exam,
fresh
welcome.
actually.
Yeah, you
Mind
feel
is
that anxiety. The first 60 question, it is something like a cricket player getting into the ground. The first few ball or boundaries will not happen. Maybe some exceptional players are that, like Shevag. Shevag is one exceptional case. In a very high pressured match, first ball he will try to hit the six. I've seen that. Sometimes it was successful, sometimes it was total failure. It also happened. Failure also happened, but many success were there. So not everyone can play sixer on the first ball, right? So it's not advisable also. So what they do here is the first 60 questions, it will be a time consuming. There are some people who take 80 minutes, some people even take 90 minutes. If you take 90 minutes for the first 60 question, balance how many minutes you will have? If you take 90 minutes, balance time, how much you will have out of 230?
140 around.
140, right? In 140, second slot, if in case you took 80 minutes, how much balance you will have? 90 is gone, 80 is gone. Balance how much you will have out of 230? I believe 60.
Yes.
I believe 60, right? So if I'm telling reality of what is happening in the ground, there are people who consume 90 minutes for the first slot. Second slot, they consume 80 minutes. So 90 plus 80, 170 gone. Out of 230, 170 gone. So balance you have 60 minutes for the, so let's do 60 question. 60 minutes, 60 question. How the pressure will be in the exam hall? Is it high pressure, moderate?
Tremendous high. Yeah.
I think it's a bit high pressure. If you are a guy who loves pressure, there are some people when India is playing cricket match or IPL is happening, last over they'll switch off the TV. This guy will switch off the TV because he or she can't handle the pressure. There are some people who love that pressure. They sit and watch. Last one ball, 7 runs. One ball, 7 runs, no ball will happen. Wait and watch. Yeah, so there will be the guys who stay there. If you're such a guy, you can play this game. If you're not such a guy, what will happen is the last 60 questions, they make 40 questions wrong. You would have played a very well game in the beginning. Last 40 questions continuously wrong. Tuck, 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 keep going. Whatever effort you put in the beginning, all goes wasted in the end. So, why I'm saying all this story here is, while you're practicing itself, have a clock in front of you or follow the ShriLearning clock. Be bit mindful on your time management when you start your 40, 60 and 180 question exams. When you take chapter question, don't bother much. It's okay. Chapter question is only for learning purpose. However time you take, it's completely fine. The moment you come to a time boxing 40, 60, 180, be cautious. Time management, I'm seeing this as one of the big problem, specifically Asia-based people who do the exam, because English is not our native language. We should agree, right? Even though British were there for a while, we learned English, we speak good English, we can follow Hollywood movies, we can clap hands for Hollywood movies. Nice. That's all nice. But when it comes to problem solving, our brain has to process the problem. That naturally takes some time. So you have to agree for it, it's going to consume time. If a person is a good book reading person, you have a lot of book reading habits, your brain process faster. If you have a very less book reading habits, definitely it will take time. So best thing here is when you practice the exam, have a clock in front of you. Every 60 question, try to be between 70, 75, 80. Don't go beyond that in practicing. Because when you go to main exam, pressure added, another 5 minutes will get added. So while practicing, if I do 70, 75, 80, every 60 question, in main exam, even if I had 5 minutes, I will have something to run. While practicing itself, I'm taking 100 minutes for every 60 question, which means I'm in danger zone. So we have to be careful enough where I'm going to lose my marks in the main exam. So time management is one of the problem. For example, I take some classes in Europe people, and European comes there, some British people come there. For them, the reading is bit better, which means they don't think they are super fast. They also struggle, but they have that 20 minutes extra with them. In 230 minutes, they have extra 20 minutes with them because mother language is English for them. They read better. Even German people read English better. Even Dutch people read English better. Maybe the way of reading. The schooling is for them is the problem solving skills are very high for them. From school level, they have the problem solving mindset very high. That is also a reason they read a question better. They read a question, the brain quickly start processing. There is a problem, I have to solve it. At least a country like us from India coming up, the problem solving skills are nice, analytical skills are good, but sometimes the managerial problem solving is a bit less. I should not tell we are low because we are the CEO factory in the world. Yeah, we are the one creating CEO all over the world. If I say we are not a good manager, then I'm making a wrong statement. We are very good, right? But for some people, the managerial problem solving is a bit less because of lack of book reading, in the family not having the individuality taking decisions. Always a dad take a decision, mom take a decision. So it is also there, right? The way you grow up. Many parameters are there. I cannot tell one parameter, many parameters are there. So consolidating all, while you practice the exams here, please have a clock in front of you. See, are you sticking with a 70, 75, 80? Yeah, but don't rush. Too fast also, your scores will drop. Too slow also, scores will drop. You have to stay somewhere in between, 70, 75, 80. In the car, when you drive, there is a range. When you drive in that range, mileage will be good. Some of you would have said that you have to stay in the range 70 to 90 kilometers per hour. At least I don't know how much in India right now. There is a range which you have to keep your needle there. So your car will have a good mileage. Also, when you apply the brake, your vehicle will stop in a better way. There is a range which you cross in the speed, your car will not perform better. Also, braking will not work better. You can, but you have to, yeah. So there is something right in the car. Same way for the exam, keep a range for yourself. Okay. So what is the take here? What is the time we listen now for the exam, main exam? 230 minutes divided into, how can I divide it? Shall we go by 80, 75, 75? Will it work? How much it comes? 80, 75, 75. Is it 230 total?
230. Yeah.
0 plus 1, it's 16. Yeah, 230. So let's go by 80, 75, 75. Worst case, you can go 90 for the first slot, but please don't go beyond that. If you go beyond that, you will have a problem in the last 60 question. Middle will not have a problem. Last will have the problem. Then you have to rush. But one good advantage I'll tell you, there is a person who cleared PMP exam, but this person could not take last 18 to 22 questions. He missed out. He couldn't take, no time, but cleared the exam. Even today, I couldn't digest how this person cleared the exam. Out of 180 question, last 20 questions missed out. Couldn't take the exam, but cleared. Even now, I don't know why. How? Maybe the first all 150 questions correct. 160 questions correct. Could be. But if you look at the from PMI perspective, you are not good in time management, which means 180 question you can't plan properly. That itself a minus mark. But how PMI allowed to clear the exam? No clue. So if in case last 4 5 questions you can't answer, don't put pressure. It's okay. It's okay. But keep it as a trump card, last one. Don't keep in mind, okay, I'm going to exam, 10 questions I won't take. Now, don't go in that way. Go with the mindset of taking all the questions in the exam. Very good. Nice. I have few more people joined. I'm going to share some question and we'll do the conversation. Before that, is anyone towards the exam you want to discuss? Hemant, how are you? What's happening?
Hi, Shri. It's been a long time.
Okay, new hairstyle, new look.
Yeah. And in between, I had lost my grip actually, Shri. But
Hmm. Hmm.
slowly I came to know again. I mean, I thought to give a gap. I mean,
Hmm.
not more than 2 months,
Okay,
but because my work has in UK shift, so I was
okay,
not able to take time as well. But
okay,
now the things are going into different way.
okay,
So if I don't have PMP, then it will be very hard for now
okay,
at least.
okay,
So
okay.
now I'm going through the recordings from
Hmm.
back
Okay,
from the last recordings. I'm going
okay.
and taking the chapter wise question.
Okay.
So I'll give at least 20 days for me
Mm-hmm.
from
Mm.
starting from last week. I have started.
Okay.
So after that, I'll also in between give a 180 um, question exam as well. Should I
Mm-hmm.
start again with from first 180 question, Shri? What do you suggest?
Yes, you can, because
Mhm,
some of the questions would have been missed out without
mhm,
analysis. We can take
mhm.
time to analyze it. So
Yeah.
I would say go for it, and
Okay.
your scores will be high. Definitely, scores will be high,
Mm-hmm.
which which means some of the questions you know already.
Mm-hmm.
When you're retaking the exam now, your score can go more than 75 or 80%.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm fine. Even if you read 95%, I'm fine.
Okay.
So because the gap has been filled, that's what important.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, which means the area which you don't know, you learned. What
Mm-hmm.
if you take the exam again? Still our score is 60, 63%,
Mm-hmm.
which means the area I don't know, still I don't know.
Okay.
All right. So I would say fine, go for it, and
Mm-hmm.
let know how things are going on time management and your scores.
Okay, Shri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Nice. Let's move on. There is a teddy hanging behind you. Is it teddy?
Yes.
Your kid, huh? Your kid has it,
uh,
huh? Pink color.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool, man. Nice. All right,
Thank you.
then let me see chat message. Chirag says exam is on next Monday, 30th September. Good wishes, Chirag. Keep preparing and stay in touch with me in a WhatsApp. I could see you can't open up your mic.
Yeah.
We will connect it in the WhatsApp.
Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Now you're audible. Yes, Chirag.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, this is also my second attempt for PMP,
Okay.
and I joined your classes on August 23 batch.
Okay. So how is your preparation now? How is your confidence now?
Yeah, it's good. In my first attempt, the mistake which I can say is my first 60 question was more than 90 minutes. I took around 93 to 95 minutes for that.
Okay, okay. When you took this exam?
10th of January.
All right, all right. So time management was a bit tricky by the time.
Yes.
Okay. While practicing those days, how was your scoring? I mean, how was the timing?
Well, at that time, I didn't practice too much mock test, I can say. So this time,
Okay.
I mainly focus on mock test and read the
Mm,
book again once.
yeah, yeah. I think when you don't practice a question, it's getting tricky, right? The main exam.
Yes, it's really means when I means appear for the first attempt, I realized that I did mistake that I didn't do the mock test, which is very important.
That's true, man. Really, thanks for sharing that feedback because Rohan also pointed out, right? Nice, nice to be confident, but I know this guy is a bit tricky guy. So, okay. Even though we are feeling confident, they are a bit big muscle guy like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Sometimes they punch us very heavily. So,
Yes.
yeah, practice is important. Yeah.
Uh, but just
Mm,
one thing that in my first attempt there are a lot of matching problem was there means
mm, mm,
but in my
mm,
mock test or something there is no matching problems.
mm. So now what happened is they are introducing at least three or sometimes even four matching questions coming up. So in ShriLearning now we introduce a new URL, a new link. If you go there, you will be having only the match of following questions and the multiple choice questions. We made a separate section for it. You can practice those questions. It's available.
Mm.
But I will say that it's okay to practice that question in a moderate level because out of 180, you are going to get a three or four match the following
Yeah,
questions. I don't want you to put all your energy into that. Learn it, it's okay,
yeah,
leave it there. Because our
but
energy should be on
but-
175. Yeah, you should learn,
yeah.
but don't put too much effort
I
there.
just want to know that it's in the mock exam only practice
It is there.
mock.
Just give a message to Rahul, he will help you. There is a link already there in the portal. Just give a message to me. "Hey, I want to practice a match of
Sure,
following question." He will give a link to you. Okay? Perfect.
sure, no
All
problem.
right, let's jump to some question paper. I have Hemant is putting hands up there. Hemant, do you have something for me?
Um, yes, Shri. Hemdev.
Please tell me.
Shri, when I was practicing the mock exams,
Ah,
I was getting good in people management.
mm,
Yeah, I mean, I was scoring more than 70,
mm,
but this actually happened, it's happened reciprocal actually in the exam because
mm,
process I was getting little scared. Scared in the
mm,
sense, yeah, it was because along with me, there was one more person, Nikhil from Shri. I mean, not here,
mm,
maybe in another state. Even
mm,
he gave the same exam and he said it was very tough
mm,
on July 26th when I had given the exam first attempt.
mm,
Yeah, it was
mm,
actually very tough, but it was quite tricky as well. Questions were quite tricky, but in
mm,
process, I managed to get a good score. But in
mm,
people management, it got reduced, and in BE as well. Even he
mm,
said me and he shared me his experience also, and it was
mhm.
the same thing for him also. The results wise, even he received the same thing. So
You
just need
mean
your help.
you mean the process is manageable, people is getting tougher.
Yeah, people and business environment was little tougher.
Mm, mm.
Though I practice more on people management and process as well, but I
Okay.
was still little scared, to be
Mm,
frank. But
mm.
process I managed, it was quite good. But people management was, I mean, it came down.
When you say people, is it more of any specific like conflict management or resource management? You can
Uh,
recall something out of it?
Resource and stakeholder, I believe.
Stakeholder management.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
even a few from conflict as well.
Mm-hmm.
Few, not many. But it makes you confused. That time it was completely confused, actually.
Mm-hmm.
The second part took very longer time.
Understood. Understood. Yeah, that's the most trickiest part in the class. Also, I would have said the leadership topics and people topic while explaining looks so nice. While
Mhm.
hearing all the story of Maslow theory, McGregor theory, all looks nice. But when they put a scenario, we get into trouble. Um, Even though you practice questions, this area a bit tricky. For this, I recommend people to read PMI ethics, read the leadership part given in the Rita book or in any PMI book, and understanding the agile concepts we call as agile mindset. Now, what is happening here is in the people area, they don't segregate this is a process oriented company, this is agile oriented company. They're not dividing it. They're putting people that are question in a mix of things. A question will have asking something which you have to think from the agile manager perspective. In the same exam, you will have a question. You don't need to be agile manager. You should be a person to direct the team, drive the team. Like in a situation leadership, there is a case where you have to drive the team. There is a place team has to make a decision on their own. There is a very thin line in the question. You have to understand a bit carefully. This guy is talking about a team which is very self-organized, or is this a team which you need a direction? And that place, it's still tricky. Even though you practice 100 question, 101st question will be tricky. That's
Okay.
what is happening, at least in the exams. For this, the good understanding of agile mindset is much important. What they mean by agile stuff. Good understanding of ethics of PMI is important. Responsibility or talk about respecting the people needed. On top of that, practicing questions is important. Even though
Yeah.
you practice, yes, trickiness is there. I'm not denying that. It is always, not only now, even if you go a few months back, a year back, people management is the toughest area.
Mhm. And what I noticed, questions were more on agile, retrospective, Kanban, and yeah,
Hmm.
they were actually just
Yep, yep.
diverting our mind with respect to Kanban board and all.
Yeah. They'll ask those kind of questions. And again, after two questions, they'll shift it to another model. So
Yeah.
our brain would be already switched to Kanban model or agile model of question answering. And suddenly next five questions will be of more process related company. In a process related company, they'll ask people related question. Our brain will be already in agile. You start answering all the question agile way, and then they shift it back. These guys, yeah, it's called psychometric exam. We don't know who's the psycho creating the paper, but it's a psychometric exam. The exam is made like that. It's a way. Suggestion here is, Hemant, one is reading Agile Practice Guide book, reading leadership thought process, reading the ethics of PMI, and
Mhm.
practicing looking back. When you say you are able to get a 60%, 65%, we have to see how can I get 85%. So
Okay.
there could be an edge of that which we are missing. What if the edges, what we miss, that's coming in the main exam?
Yeah.
If you're a lucky chap, there are people who say, come back and say, "Sure, you know what, exam is very moderate, man." I think last week there's a guy who took exam. I asked him, well, yeah, it's pretty moderate. I thought I practiced too much. When I went to main exam, I felt it was pretty lesser than ShriLearning.
Mhm.
There are some people come back and say, you know what, this guy made me to kneel down, man. Such an exam it is. Even though I practiced 7 exams in ShriLearning, main exam is, wow, man, crazy tough. So we don't know. But if there is a case we are getting 65 constantly, and there is a gap of we are not getting last 10-15% constantly we're missing. That last 10-15%, those questions kind of model comes in the main exam, and that turns tricky. 5 question like that comes in exam, your whole confidence shakes. Once your confidence shakes, you start making mistakes in even a basic question. So it's a kind of a mind game. So let me give a full round here. If you're getting 60, 65 and you feel tough, see how can I increase to 85 or 83, something like that. There is a gap of 15-20%. We will see what it is. Maybe that could be also an area. Let's watch it out. Yep.
Sure, Shri. Yeah. Thank
Cool.
you.
Then let's jump to the question. Before that, I saw Armugam. Armugam, you want to say something?
Yeah, SC. See, actually, I'm trying to take exam on 21st November. Yes, you advised last time. Actually, I took exam, I got failed, and the process domain. Remaining two business environment and people, I got above average. But this process, I got above average.
People
Then
was
I,
good, process not good. Okay.
yeah. Then I realized I think I missed out what you advised to read like PM role. So majority of the questions they asked the project manager. If you are project manager, what are you going to do?
What you will do?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's maximum, and I can say 70 to 80% questions related to roles and responsibility of project management, like project manager and PO, like that. And
Where we can read those information in the books? Where we can read this?
framework chapter.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you advised I missed it, and also I did one more mistake. The mock test 180 questions I not practiced more. Only one hour.
I know, man. See, you know what? A person going to job, practicing one question itself a big job. You have to sit 4 hours, right? 4 hours and then analyze the exam for 2 hours. They feel two exams I'll do. They feel okay, yeah, let's go to main exam. So, sometimes it's super tricky. I understand that point, Armugam.
Yeah. That's one. And second thing is, I think before the exam day, I think I went to office due to some critical. When I came to home late night again. Next day morning, 8 o'clock, I was the exam.
Yeah, that's
Also,
also one of the area, right? I used to say that take at least 2 days off before the exam,
yeah.
at least 3 days off, so that you get a good sleep the day before the exam. Don't think something about the office and go to the exam. It's all easy to say, Shri, but it's tough to do. I understand. If, for example, Rohan says I'm going for November as my exam, I would say right now plan November. I will take 2 days off before the exam. If you ask the exam holiday on the month of November, I don't think you guys will get the leave. Apply the leave right now until I'm not coming to office. It's my investment, guys. It's my life. I can't bet on this. So please take off from your work for at least 2 days. Take off. My recommendation is take 4 days or 5 days off. It's too expensive. Do at least 2 days off. Yeah, it's needed. Okay. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
letting know, Armugam. Thanks for letting know. All right, good. Let's move on. Okay, I'm seeing another message here. Somu says, I'm traveling different location now. I ready to pay on exam fee. Is it one-time payment? Shall I attend 3 times the exam in a year? Okay. Somu is asking, can I make one-time payment? Is it 3 times the exam in a year? Somu, to answer you, not only you, for everyone here, you can pay the exam fee anytime once your application is approved. Once you pay the exam fee, you have a time of 1 year to take the exam. Now, when you pay the exam fee, you are allowed to take exam one time. But in the application, it will tell 3 times you can take exam. Let me clarify that point. First time you pay the fee, you took the exam. In case we lost the exam, second time they give some discounts. Some price reduction will be there. That money you will pay. Third time, same level of discounts will be there. You pay the money. So what they mean by 3 times is every time you have to pay the money. It's not that once you pay and 3 times you take exam. No, that's not the way it is. If that's the way, our guys, what they'll do, they pay the exam fee. They make the first two exam as a trial exam. And third exam they'll go for it. PMI also aware of it, so they made sure every time you pay the money. So if you're changing the date, please check out to the PMI. There is some changing cost involved. Before 30 days, if you do free of cost, within 30 days of exam, if you do, there is a cost involved. So check with the PMI. More doubts on this, please reach out to Rahul. He will give some guidance. Okay, guys, then let's go to the question paper. All right, nice listening to most of you here. Thanks for sharing all your feedback. Thanks for telling that there was some exam you couldn't clear the exam. I really appreciate the people who came forward. That needs real guts. That shows a good leadership skills. Here is a question. Take a few seconds, minute, let know your answer. People in the LinkedIn or YouTube, you can give the answer in the chat box. Let's give sufficient time to think and answer. Would expect everyone to try and answer. Don't worry, it's right or wrong. Try with one alphabet. I'm saying alphabet C is coming more. People from YouTube, you can leave your answers in the chat box. Okay. I'm seeing majority is going with the towards the C. All right. Okay, majority is with the C. All right, then let's start with the question itself. What is this question doing here? So what is the key term or a word as per you? That's a key one which you have to observe. What is it?
The department manager not answering emails.
Okay, that's one thing, right? Is it a issue or is it a risk?
Issue?
The
Issue.
department manager is not responding. By the way, are we aware what is issue, what is the risk?
Yes.
The risk is a
Future.
future going to happen. The issue is the something
And
Something happened.
happening.
okay happening right now or happened. So department manager is not answering. Okay, this is a key area. Any other key areas in the question? Okay. So midway through the project, the project has started. Let's imagine there is a project start in the month of January, and it's a traveling project is going to go up to November. Let's imagine somewhere in the month of June. And they're using a large organization as a terminology. Okay. The project sponsor is left. I think it's a past tense, right? It's gone already. This guy is not here. Gone. Has been replaced by a senior department manager. Someone has been replaced. Who is already a project stakeholder. Already a stakeholder. It's a key term. Because this guy is already in your list. The project manager is concerned. You're worried. Because the department manager is not answering emails in a timely manner. Doing, but not in a timely. Slow. How should the project manager respond it? What action are you going to take here? Okay. Let's take one step back here. We will see from the PMI mindset or PMI perspective. What PMI is expecting from you in this question? What they want? Are they looking your risk management ability? Are they looking stakeholder management ability? Are they looking for communication management ability? Are they looking your servant leadership ability? What they are looking from you? What they want from you? What they're looking. Some points I put in, you can add more than this also, but what they're looking from you.
Communication.
Communication, I think.
Uh-huh.
Mainly stakeholder plus communication.
Communication and risk
Stake.
for not answering because it's a midway project is in a midway.
Uh-huh. I'm hearing these three terms I'm hearing. So it looks like it's a combination of these three. Uh-huh. Okay.
Stakeholder management.
Primary stakeholder. Okay. Okay. So PMI is expecting from you how effectively you can handle stakeholder. I heard a couple of voices also saying communication is important, risk is important. So PMI want to know, are you an efficient manager who can think stakeholder management? This I'll take as a word because at least he heard 3 people saying stakeholder. So I'll take that word, key word here. Okay, that's a mindset they're looking from you. This is agile mindset. Now let's go to the answer section. In action section, definitely there'll be one answer doesn't make sense at all. Crap answer. What is that one answer here, which is totally doesn't make sense?
A.
A.
A. Why A doesn't make sense? What keyword, what negative word is there?
Already they
Sponsor.
left. Consult.
Sorry, Mr. What is it? Consult with the former project sponsor about how to work better with the new manager. It looks a good advice, right? Why you think it's a negative, bad?
But he already left. He's
Already
no more
left.
there.
This guy is not in the company. Okay, so no point in going talking to this person. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, for that reason we're saying no. Okay. Consult with the former project sponsor about how to work better with the new manager. If even if I do this, will it solve the problem here?
No.
There is an X person, there is a Y person. Okay. This Y person is not responding properly. You are going to talk to X person. Okay. Lalita Jewelry. Okay, let's come back. So now, this you're going to talk to X person to understand how should I handle Y person. Even though looks nice, but is it effective? Is it productive? Question. When you ignored A, one I'm hearing is this guy is already gone out of the company. Other one is we are going to talk to a person. Yeah, he or she may give an idea, but there could be bias. There could be misunderstanding. So A doesn't look like a good answer. So A is gone out. Okay, then I'll park A gone out. Now I have 2 answers. I'm going to talk to these people. Some people said C, majority said C. Some people said B. What I do is I'll start with the B. Probably Snehal. I saw your name there. B. What made you to think B is a good answer? If you are in mute mode. Okay, Snehal, I'm not hearing you. Shall I move to the next person? Okay, then I move to Gaurav.
So here,
Mhm.
here it is mentioned increase the number of communication channels and communication strategy. So here, basically, if he is not responding, then going through number of channels and by updating communication management plan.
What is channel of communication? Any idea? Not only you, anyone can say. What is communication channel?
This could be the mode of
Email,
communication
calls,
through what
WhatsApp.
and all modes we are communicating.
Meeting,
Phone calls, by mails, by direct meeting.
Emails, direct calls.
Right. So we
Sometimes
see
people don't respond on email, so we can use the other communication channels.
Yes, another
That's
mode
the
of communications. Yeah.
So channels of communication is not only modes. For channel of communication, there is a formula n into n minus 1 divided by 2. By this formula, in a team, if I have 4 people, 4 is equal, n is 4, then the formula goes like this, n into n minus 1 divided by 2. I think small letter n should come. So 4 multiplied by 3 divided by 2. How much it comes now? 12 by 2. How much it
6.
comes?
6.
When they say 6 channels of communication, what does it mean? One is a Wi-Fi, one is a network, one is a email, one is a Teams. Should I say like that?
No.
No.
In a project, if I have 6 channels of communication, it tells there are 6 permutation combinations of people communicating left to right, right to left, top to bottom. Yeah, that's a communication. When I know if 4 people are there, there are multiple permutation combination of communication can happen within them. It doesn't mean what mode they use. It could happen. This will give a broadness idea for the manager. How can I plan my communication strategy? If there is 100 people working in a project, 100 into 99 divided by 2, then you get a number. It gives a awareness how many channels could happen. In your corporate, when there is a message conveyed by the senior manager, next week there is a layoff. Next week there is a layoff. Okay, in your company, 20 people are there. 20 into 19 divided by 2. The permutation combination of communication is the channel number of channels. The message can become a forest fire, isn't it? Next week, layoff. You know how this fire will go in the company? So in a big meeting or a town hall, they'll be very careful what message to convey because the channels are very high. It can go in a wrong way, it can go in the right way. So for that reason, you will see channels of communication. Okay, that's a channels of communication. It is not aligned with email or a Wi-Fi. No, that's not the case. It's a channels of communication. Now, at least from Gaurav, I heard it. Shakti, you have something to say for the answer B?
No, actually, Shri, here what they mention is department manager is not answering. If that is the case, then okay. But what they are telling is it's not in the timely manner.
Slow
So they
or
missed,
late.
They missed because of due to his work, busy or some other due to other
something.
priority work, he missed it.
Yeah, yeah. Other priority. That's a good idea, right? That's a good way of thinking. I like that. Maybe
So
this guy is manager of multiple departments.
In this case, if he could reach some other way or increase the communication channel, that really helpful. At least he will have.
You make him liable.
Get the idea where, or he will see that message and he will immediately respond it or something.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I get your answer. Now what I do is I'll park the answer B. I'm not going to say wrong or right. I'll go to C and come back. C. I'll start from the top. Someone I have. Charag, you're given C as answer. Why you thought C is a good answer? If your mic is not working, then I'll go to Rohan.
I choose C because here we are talking about stakeholder management. So the project sponsor left. We have new project sponsor, so to say.
Yeah.
Senior department manager. So stakeholder manager need to check the metrics of stakeholder. And accordingly, I have to check as he is not responding on a timely manner. So I have to check for the communication as well. So communication needs. So
the message is you're looking for first understanding who is he. That's your part.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Rohan. Then I'll see another person. Any other person like Bala. I see your name there for C.
Hi, Shri. Yeah.
Why you think C is a good answer for you?
Yes, actually, that stakeholder, that point was came in that question itself. Stakeholder. He's already the project stakeholder. Okay, and apart from that, he is not responding in the timely manner only. As so, that's why, yeah. So that's why I thought that. So the proper communications was not there in place. So if you are engaging the other stakeholders also for that communications and all those things, so the probably we can able to achieve like that. So that's the reason I thought that it was C.
Okay, then Bala, I'll challenge you like this. The group of team members said that let's work out on communication channel. That is sufficient to solve this problem. If that's the case, why you think C is a good answer? Why can't B a good answer? If your intention is only increase the communication, it can be answered as C.
I can give this answer.
Yeah.
I hear some other voice also. Yeah, Bala, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Chirag.
Chirag is here. Okay. Bala, I'll come to you again. Yeah, Chirag, please go ahead.
Yeah, Shri.
I was also confused with C and B, but in B there is a communication channel, but as there is already mentioned that project sponsor is left, no one can take the place of project sponsor. So it's nothing we can communicate to any other person. We have to communicate with that person only because he replaces the senior department manager.
True.
Second is can't change the communication management plan easily. It will take a change request.
Yeah. See, thing is we are working with the ex-manager, department manager, but not answering the email, which means communication is happening. We can't say zero, right? Communication is happening. emails are not respond timely, which means already this guy is in the loop.
Right.
I can't say zero loop. This guy is in the loop already. Okay, let's listen to Bhupendra also. Go ahead, Bhupendra.
Hi, Shri. So what I perceive is like I have selected option C, and why I select option C is because the other three options, if we see minutely, none of the options are impacting directly with the senior department manager. Why I say so is because means I have utilized the elimination technique here, but talking on B and C, if we see B, B is mostly revolving around the communication and increasing communication management channels and all. But in spite of having all these things, there is no guarantee that even after this, the senior department manager will be responding. He may still have some reasons and excuses to not responding on time. He is responding, but he's not responding on time. See, why I choose is because if we engage this stakeholder, see, this stakeholder is already a part of this project, right? He was already a project stakeholder already. So going through the stakeholder matrix, he was falling in some other category. He was not that critical earlier, probably. But now when he has become the critical stakeholder, we need to focus on this kind of stakeholders and engage them more, sensitize them that how important they are for this project and how important is their responses on time. So somehow that message should reach out to him.
Nice, Bhupendra. I'm seeing you're stressing the word already. Does it have any meaning here in this whole conversation?
Yes, because he is already part of this what to say project, and he is informed. He has the information, but earlier he was not that matrix. I'm not getting that name exactly, but we have 4 quadrant of stakeholder management matrix.
Yeah. But again, I see some point with you. Before I go to Armugam, I see a point with you, Bhupendra. What I'm seeing with you is you're saying that this guy already in the loop, which means in my company, if I say 10 stakeholders are there in my project, this stakeholder name is also included in my channels of communication. In the channels of communication, n equal to 10. When I say 10, this also includes this guy called X.
Yes.
So the people who gave answer B, you are challenging them that, hey guys, this person is already included. So your worry is not on communication channel. Your worry is how important this guy is.
Yes.
Is this your argument?
Yes, and sensitizing him that he is more important now because the earlier project sponsor is not there, and this senior department manager has replaced him in that capacity. So of course his importance is more now. So we as a project manager also have to focus more, and in order to focus more on that person, we need to engage him more and then get that.
I see a point there. Thanks there. Ankur, before I come to, I'm going to listen to Armugam. He put the hands up there. Armugam, you have something to share?
No, Shri. Actually, the same point I would like to share. I selected C because since he is already a project stakeholder, and just we need to, as a project manager, we need to consult with him. We need to talk to him to understand why he is not able to.
Okay, since you say this word Armugam, why you think this word properly, which means are we doing improperly before?
No, actually we are doing, but after he is taking a new role as a project sponsor.
Role change.
Role change. We need to understand with them. So, what are his expectations? Are he expecting something the way of communication from our side?
Okay. Are we talking something power and interest grid?
Yeah.
Power and interest grid. So we have a quadrant here where to place this guy. Yeah, that's what you're talking right now.
Yes. How he expects.
Okay. Then I'll quickly listen to Ankur. Thanks, Armugam. Ankur.
Yeah, just want to continue from here only. There are a couple of words that are stressing over here is the person is already in the stakeholders list. The role is changed now. So we have to be more careful. The role change over here and what in the power grid where to allocate this person. So we have to do this homework, measure the interest and engagement of the person, and then we have to accordingly see the communication needs.
Okay, I see that point. Makes sense. Thanks, Ankur. Bala.
Yep, Shri. So one more thing I noticed here is the department manager is not answering in emails, through emails. So probably he may is looking for some other communication, mode of communication.
Okay.
So that point also captured here in the answer C. So that was one of the reasons I have selected
Okay.
with that
Okay.
option.
I see the point.
Learn
Thanks.
their communication needs.
Good catch. Good catch. I see the point.
Yeah.
But still, I'm not going to declare the right answer. Thanks, Bala. I'll come back to the people who said B. Now, the people who gave B, you want to give some different thoughts here. When people are saying stakeholder understanding is first important, then understand their communication. But here it is more focusing on increase in number. Is there any points for this, for the B?
I think since this is a large organization, it is not possible to have to increase the number of communication channels at this stage because it is in the middle of the project.
That's another point. Mid of the way, you can't increase. But you can't say you can't, right? That is what the project dynamic nature. If imagine the sponsor, I shouldn't say that, but the sponsor expired, not there. I don't think we can say no, right? It will happen. But what your point here is, this guy is already there, so it does not increase. That's what you want to say.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Then let me clear up all the points written down here. Second chance. Now go ahead and give your alphabet. Now, after listening all the conversation, what does your brain says? A, B, C, D. Which alphabet? Let me see your chat box. By the way, in YouTube, I'm seeing C as majority. Let me see our box here. Give your alphabet. C, 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 C. Oh my God, everything is going C. Oh, okay. All right, good. Majority is C. Oh, I still have a B there. Snehal, you have a point for B? I'm seeing you're holding the fort for B. You are saying that still you have to increase the number. That's very important. That's your thought. Is it correct, Snehal?
Yes.
But what about this part? Engaging the stakeholder. Is it come secondary? Okay, benefit of doubt, let's leave it there, Snehal. I don't want to bug you, mother. I will show the answer here. The answer goes to C. Really? Okay, this question is a question which was looking for when something is changing, someone is replaced. Rightly, somebody pointed out how you understand their importance at this point. That is what PMI want to know from you. Are you seeing this as a risk? Yeah, it's a risk. I know that. Is it an issue? Yeah, it's an issue. First, I should have anticipated this risk will happen. When the project started, when the project is happening, I should have anticipated key stakeholder may get swapped. Is it a risk in the project? Possible, right? There is a marriage event going to happen, and you planned for a light music in the marriage hall. Is it possible the music team cannot come and you have to swap to another music team? Is it possible? It's a risk, right? What if the team don't come? I have to find another guy. So there is a possibility I should have anticipated this risk. If I anticipated and that risk happens, is an issue. But they didn't go to that area. Beyond that, what they are going PMI is, rightly somebody said, stakeholder management, they want to understand, are you really understanding? When a stakeholder got swapped, will you first talk to them and understand who this guy is, what is his need? And somebody also said that email is not working well. Then what next way of communication? And also something interesting, this question is, they're already a stakeholder, which means you may not increase the number. The number is already there, isn't it? This guy already, right? If you have 10 people in your project, why should you increase the number? In fact, one number has gone down. It will become 9 right now. That you can do. But 10 cannot become 11 because this guy already there. Why this explanation for this question? When you sit in an exam hall, your brain now starts looking into where my eye should go. My eye should go, this guy is not responding properly. The word already is important. And as a manager, what you should do? Then somebody rightly said that, no, I will not talk to farmer, doesn't make sense. Increase does not make sense because already you are there. The word says increase, doesn't work, gone. This will not come up here. Then you have to start engaging strategy. Your brain can take 90 seconds or 60 seconds to process it. But we took 20 minutes to talk about this question. But real exam, yeah, chances are you may get 60, 90 seconds. People went with the B. Will you agree C can be a better answer? You think so? Tough question, huh? All right. How is your energy? Shall we take another question?
Yes,
Shall we go, Kumar?
yes, definitely.
Okay, let's do some debate. Let's do some debate there, huh? We love this debate. We love this debate, huh?
That's a brainstorming, actually.
Of late, we have seen a lot of news channels and we are spoiled by debating. Take a topic, let's fight. Come on. Okay. Next question. One answer you have to choose. Let's give another 15 seconds. People in the LinkedIn and YouTube, leave a message in the chat box. Let everyone try answer. Don't hesitate. Try any one alphabet. The majority of alphabet is A. I do have some B. Okay, let's start the discussion. As usual, we'll start with the question to understand what is the key in the question. There are 3 lines here, or including the last one, 4 lines are here. What is the key in the question? Starting from line 1. What is the key in the question?
Critical
Failing.
project is in danger.
It's a business critical project and it's going to fail. It's a future thing.
Danger. Okay, it's a bit alarming, right? It's alarming. Okay.
Yes.
Then what?
You have 2 choices to make.
Unknown resources.
So the team lead escalates the issue to management and is given the option of adding an unknown resource. This is option 1.
Unknown resource.
For the next 2 weeks and reprioritize the backlog. 2 things are here. Now, okay, we have 2 choices here. This guy has to go for it, right? That's what it is. There's an R given here. The project team asks the product owner to reprioritize the backlog. Is it situation past tense, present tense, or future tense?
It's done. It's past.
Over. It's done. The project team asks the product owner to reprioritize, which means could have happened last Friday.
Yeah.
Why this is the best choice? So now you have to prove why it's the best choice. Which one? The project team asked to reprioritize. They're asking why this is the best choice. So it's going to be a debate for ourselves to understand why it's the best one. Okay. Now, to understand this question, let's go to PMI thought process. Now, what is PMI's mindset or thought process now? What they're looking from you? Are they looking your agile understanding? Are they looking from you team empowerment? Team empowerment. Are they looking your risk handling ability? Right? Are they looking for your understanding on business priority? Right. So now which area they are looking from you? What they are looking from you? Not only this, it could be anything else also, but what they're looking from you?
All four.
Agile mindset. They're looking for agile mindset.
Yes.
Looking for team empowerment. They're looking for risk taking ability. They're looking for business priority. Could be more than this also. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Okay. So PMI is looking something a broader question here. By the way, is this question a plan-driven project or a change-driven project? Is there anything given there?
It's a change-driven.
Change-driven product.
How we conclude it's change-driven?
Just making out because it is talking about the backlog, reprioritizing the backlog, and it also describes the product owner role.
Product owner, yes, exactly.
So two things are there. One is
Yeah.
backlog, one is product owner. So if I have a critical path method, and in a critical path, if I have activity 1, which works, and then activity 2, activity 3, can I do reprioritization of these activities? Can I reprioritize this work? Work number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do you think 4 can go here, 3 can come here?
No.
No.
Why no? Why no?
If there is a dependency.
It depends.
Dependency, right?
Yeah.
When you create a critical path, do we consider dependency? That's the reason we created in this
Zero
way.
float. Zero float, yeah.
If not, we would have created already 3 here, right? Why should we? Now we think and swap it. We don't think and swap because there is a reason we create a critical path because there is a dependency. We call as external dependency. What is other dependency? Internal dependency.
Internal.
Or hard, you call as a mandatory and discretionary dependency. Why I'm explaining this here is, when you see a question, you also should understand what kind of question these guys are asking. Now your brain should have been shifted to what mode? Agile mode. Okay. Or maybe hybrid mode, not a pure planned project. It's not a pure planned project. It's either hybrid mode or agile mode. That's clear. Okay. Now these points are clear now. So we have 2 options here. We are going for the second option and we want to choose that why it's the second is the best one. Now I saw majority went with A. So I'll not start with A. I'll ask the elimination here. Which one is the totally irrelevant answer here?
D.
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 Why? What is wrong here?
Inadequate better.
delivery.
Deliver something inadequate is better than failing, which means, okay, right? If I want to give a big box, I see this amount work is completed. I can give it, right? What is stopping me?
But this is inadequate, right? Like it's even if you are delivering, but it is not perfect.
Which means it is not meeting something called
DOD. Definition of done. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
If you read the books, if you understood what is DOD, by now the brain says, hey, this is a crap. You can't do it. In an agile thought process, because agile mindset. When exam testing, they'll give wrong answers. Wrong answer also is testing your knowledge. Not the right answer. Wrong answer is testing your knowledge. Are you seeing the right way? Okay, C gone. Sorry, D gone. Any other answer you feel not good?
B.
B. Shifting the resource might require many approvals. Okay, now I'll hold it here. Now what I'm going to do is I have some people who said B is also a good answer. So we should also listen to them before we conclude. Maybe Mohammed, you thought B is a good answer?
Yeah, it's only because we already choose reprioritizing the backlog, and the reason for choosing reprioritizing the backlog is adding unknown source is a bit time consuming. We are already delayed. That's why I opt that.
Okay, I'm trying to understand the question. The question is the project team asks the product owner to reprioritize the backlog. Instead of doing A and B, they say, okay, let's do this work rather than doing other work. Maybe a lightweight work now, heavyweight will come later because we don't have a good amount of resources. Could be. We don't know what is the argument there. Something happened. Now the question is, why is this the best choice? The reprioritization is the best choice. That's the question. And for which I'm getting answer from you. Shifting the resource might require many approvals. Do you see it's connected?
So that will take time. So that's the way I thought.
Okay. I'm trying to see how to connect this. You see, it'll take time. What will take time? Adding people?
No, taking approvals.
Okay. Okay. So you're telling that adding resources is not a good option now. That's your thought.
Yes.
Okay. If that's a thought, your thought is right, but let's see how to make a right answer. Because if a thought is right, you should have been somewhere here. But team does not choose this option. Team chose this option.
Yes.
You are also aligning with this.
Yes.
When you're aligning with this, then you have to prove why this is right. Right? Okay. Now you're saying that shifting the resource might require many approvals. Because of approval, we go for this option. That's your thought. Now I got your message. Okay, makes sense from your side. You mean that when a new resource has to come in, senior manager or a vendor manager, somebody has to approve it. The delay can spoil my system. That's your thought.
Yes.
But is it a shift or add? What we're doing here? There's a word difference, right? Shift or add. Let me park it. I'm not saying wrong. I'll not go for the answer. You hold it. Then I'll go to answer A. Answer A, I found many people. I'll pull someone who never spoken. Maybe Anil, you want to say why A is a good answer for you? If you're in mic. Anil, if you're not available, then let me see someone else I can pull up. Maybe Manoj, you want to say why A is a good answer for you?
At this time, to add a new resource is too risky because it doesn't mention anything about the resource. It says unknown resource. So by the time a new person comes and to get into the speed
Rhythm.
or rhythm, into the rhythm is not possible because the resource is just for temporary for next 2 weeks. So
so you're connecting with the timeline. Okay.
Yep.
When you say risky, is it a positive risk or negative risk?
Correct.
It is negative risk.
Negative risk. Okay. I like the point what you said. Time is short. This time is not good to ramp up. That's your thought.
Yes, correct.
I think that's the same thing now I'm hearing here also, right? I'm sorry, I missed the name. Who said this? Maybe, yeah, Mohammed was saying this, right? Mohammed was saying that many approvals can delay it. Are we talking the same point here?
No, I don't think so, because for approval for 2 weeks, since this is a temporary, I don't think so. Approval could be a hindrance to take the resource, but above that would be the risk because the person has to deliver things expected of him.
Okay. It's not only the approval. Beyond approval, somebody onboarded. What is his performance level? That's your question.
Yes.
Mohammed, what is your thought on that?
Yeah, that is also a risk.
Another point, right?
Yeah, you should consider that too.
Should consider that point. I like the point mentioned here. So now, if I see clear off all the points, since many went to the A, now I'm seeing the word adding and shifting. What is the difference between these two? Is there any difference in the question here? Adding and shifting? Which one you are doing? Are we adding or are we shifting?
Adding.
I think adding comes here. Okay, here I'm seeing the word adding. So people who went to the B, I think this will not happen. Rather, this will come here. But I like the valuable point added here, saying that I'll be worried on the number of days coming up. So with a short time, I don't think this guy can wrap up. So better to reprioritize a work item so that the heavyweight item can go later. Lightweight item we can do. I don't know what is the reprioritization, but something has happened. Okay. All right, let's see the right answer now. Okay. Wow. That's good, huh? Majority went to the A. Let's see what they mean here by this answer. The key issue in this question is stage of the project. I think that's what rightly I heard. Stage of the project. Using Tuckman ladder. Do anyone remember Tuckman ladder? Tuckman ladder.
Forming, storming,
Yeah,
norming.
forming, norming, storming, adjourning.
And finally yawning, right? Yawning.
Yeah.
See, we join the company, man, yawning, then only comes forming. Oh, really? First, I'll go for yawning. Okay, if you anyone remember this, and we have this picture, right? There's a Tuckman ladder. Now, what we heard here is nice, we can bring a new person, but the question here is, I like the point Mohammed brought out, saying that, guys, first of all, bringing itself will take time. I think that's also a valuable point. But the word shifting is the word hitting there. If not, I will even see this timing is high. But what I heard there is, after this, there is a stage here. What the problem here is, imagine this is a 9-member team. And this team is okay, performing better at present. Maybe they are here or maybe they are here. What if new member will bring the team here? That too, within 15 days, what all you can do? So in that scenario, adding a person is an expensive process right now. It is not a positive risk. It can turn into a negative risk. If it is a negative risk, what action you should take? You remember those actions for negative risk? In class somewhere you learned there is something called threat. If it is a threat, what all you can do? Number one,
Avoid.
Mitigate avoid.
Escalate you will do. Then you do avoid. Then what you do? Mitigate.
Mitigate.
Then what you do?
Transfer.
Transfer.
Accept.
So if we anticipated adding a new people can bring a risk. So what we are doing here? Are we escalating? Are we avoiding? Are we mitigating? Are we transferring? Are we accepting? What we're doing here?
Avoiding.
We're avoiding that the scenario itself getting triggered, isn't it? If there is a situation, you have only 3 members in the team. With this 3 member, you cannot work. You have to add. Then what you do? You will add them, but you will mitigate. What you do? You will extend your project time a little more extra, or you put them into a training program, something you will do so that you don't totally get collapsed. So we're trying to see something better here. But again, this is not the ask in the question, but the implicitly they are seeing, are you getting that point? Now, are you understanding what is a PMI's mindset when they ask a question like this? Now, if you look at this question, it's a very straight question. Can I add? Can I add a people or change a requirement part? We choose a requirement part. But in the behind the screen, what PMI is asking, PMI is checking your agile mindset. PMI is checking whether you understood the risk behind this. PMI want to know that whether you recognize your team's option. Imagine there is another answer. It says that you don't agree with your team. You as a manager, you propose an idea. PMI will put a question like this to see whether you are a team player or a dominating autocratic manager. Have you heard about autocratic manager? A manager who was his decision to be always a top decision. PMI will try to see, are you seeing that dimension also? Wow, that's good, right? Nice, huh? All right, that's a good conversation so far. Nice. Okay, quickly, what keywords you learned today? Let me see your chat box or listen to you. Rohan, you want to say something?
Yeah, I
Go
have
ahead.
one question. So on the second question here, so crashing is one of the things that we can do by if your project is not so you have to deliver the scope. and you won't be able to deliver the scope because maybe your resources, you don't have enough resources. Then you will add some more resources.
Yeah.
And after adding those resources, that will increase the risk because they would need some time to understand process, maybe technology, blah, blah thing. Plus that will increase the cost as well. So can I relate this crashing point with last question somehow? Does it make sense?
Yeah, that is where comes the thought of asking, is it a pure planned project or a
Okay.
change project? If it is a planned project, I will be in critical path method. If I'm in a critical path method, I have already prioritized the work items. So I cannot change it. Only thing I can change is resources. So I'll bring crashing inside. This question is moving towards agility. In agility, I don't lock the requirement. I keep the requirement open. Isn't it? I don't put a critical path. I didn't tell what to be done. So I have a room. When I say I have a room, I'll bring my product owner to tell me what is important. When I have a room to change that requirement priority, I don't need to bring a crashing. I can even survive with the resource what I have and deliver what is important to the market tomorrow. Imagine there is a hack in ICICI Bank. Somebody hacked ICICI Bank, and that requirement has to go by October 1st. October before Gandhi Jayanti day, it has to go. That's a deal. This time, somebody met with an accident. Now ask is, should I take that hack related issue before October 1st? Or add a resource, train them, make them to come to the team and go for it. That's a deal comes in. In agility, agile team, yes, nice, but we have a short time. If I don't do this, ICICI Bank will be in trouble. If I add a resource now by crashing, sounds nice, but it won't be good. So in this scenario, I will not add a person. I'll keep it away. First, I'll deliver it by October 1st. Once the delivery goes out, now I'll invite this guy, come inside. So crashing will not work in a place where importance for the requirement comes higher. That's where agility comes in. That's why in the question somewhere they used the word backlog, product owner, reprioritizing. 3 keywords. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Nice. Good job. Now I'm seeing a chat message. Stakeholder engagement, communication needs, Tuckman graph, autocratic leadership is not good. Got it. Do anyone remember the communication channel formula? What is the formula?
N into N minus 1 divided by 2.
Fantastic. That's a very simple formula. I don't see questions coming in the exam, but it's better to know. When they say communication channel, at least you get an idea of what they mean by that. N is number of stakeholders. Small n. N is number of stakeholders. Very good. Nice. All right, good. And today we also saw something about Tuckman ladder, thinking back of the mind when you're reading a question, but nothing given in the question about Tuckman ladder. You see that? In the question, there's nothing Tuckman ladder. But behind the screen, PMI is watching you. Did you read that book properly? They're checking you. When they given a question, at least 4 concepts will be in one question. That is why question gets more tricky. If you are good in 2 concepts, if you don't know 2 concepts, you will struggle in the exam. You have to do a guesswork. So if you know 4 concepts, some people know 6 concepts, their answering will become in 20 seconds. And this is your speed increasing. When you know the concepts well, your speed starts increasing because your brain starts using permutation combination. Like in chessboard, how they play. By the way, you have to congratulate, right? Many people won the chess game in India. Do anyone saw the news? Many people won chess championship in India.
Yeah.
All these guys are from India, amazing guys. So it means, right, you have this permutation combination. The whole purpose of this Sunday prayer is not beating on the subject. How to see a question paper. How to see a question. Even we took 2 questions or 3 questions, I believe it should have given some confidence to you. When you go back to your desk, you will take this much of time for each question in the beginning stage. As you mature day by day, your question will not take 20 minutes. You will take 3 minutes, 4 minutes. As you mature, your question will take only 40 seconds or 60 seconds. Over a period of time, you learn. When you can learn how to drive bicycle, you do bicycle, right? Without stand, with the 2 wheel, you're able to drive. The initial days, you remember when you start the bicycle, it will go towards a trash bin. It goes towards a ditch. But now you are balanced. It takes some time. So allow yourself to take time, but I'm sure you'll shine. Great. Good. Thanks a lot for people participating here today. And we'll meet again by next Sunday with the Sunday prayers. In the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to WhatsApp me. We'll get back to you. All right. Then thanks a lot. Have a great Sunday. Catch you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Shri.
you,
Thank
Shri.
you, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, Shri.
Everyone.